For the next 6 days,
two friends will paddle over 100 miles
on the rugged Buffalo National River.
This region of northwest Arkansas
is one of the most untouched watersheds in the country.
Its turquoise waters shimmer like liquid glass
as winding bends carve their way through towering bluffs.
But don't be deceived by its beauty,
because a well-placed storm
can cause river levels to rise dangerously high in an instant.
Freaking pouring.
So we're making the 10-hour trek from Georgia
to embark on what will surely be the adventure
of a lifetime.
Went down to the river, wash my sins away. Pray for another day. I went down to that river, wash my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man.
I was a little apprehensive that this falls was going to be worth it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Welcome to the Buffalo National River.
Welcome to Green Ridge Outdoor Adventures.
On the Buffalo,
the river's rhythm sets the pace.
One of the last free-flowing rivers in this vast country.
Anticipation builds with each mile.
And around each bend is something new to discover. Just left Buffalo Outdoor Center. We're gonna put on in Ponca and see what happens. We called Buffalo River Outfitters and let them know what the plan was. So
right now it's Ponca to Rush.
Ponca to Rush. See how it goes. To see how we planned our multi-night Buffalo River kayak camping trip, click on the link above.
You being sarcastic?
No.
Okay.
That is serious. It is absolutely true.
The mighty H12 sails again. Hey, see you.
I'll be looking forward to your footage.
All right. See you later.
300 feet from the Ponca Low Water Bridge, my confidence was immediately tested.
Ozarks.
Holy sh**.
All right, we're on the river. 11:09 a.m. We're gonna try and do our best to get through Ponca to Steel Creek without any issues. Right getting on a Ponca, it was a little choppy there, but then it kind of really just calms down. So we'll see. We'll just make sure that we stay aware. Oh yeah, there's like the side of a battleship or an aircraft carrier.
Can't stand. No matter how hard you try, you're wearing down every bone.
I'm going this way.
Only just getting by. My mind, there's nothing else you can do. The world is filled with color.
All right. Gone through a couple of rapids, and I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think it's, knock on wood, I don't think it's gonna be anything too terrible, but all it takes is one mistake. So it's a beautiful day. It's supposed to storm in a couple of hours, so we're kind of keeping an eye on that as far as finding a spot to pull off. The current is good, temperature is wonderful. It's a beautiful day. You gotta enjoy it.
You were constantly working things out. And you do without making a sound. You try and you're battling life. It's constantly bringing you down. I can see that you're working things out.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance. Don't go this way! That was fun.
You were constantly working things out. And you do without making a sound. You try and you're battling life. It's constantly bringing you down. But I know that you're working things out. 'Cause you're constantly battling life.
These are the chatty geese that were yelling at us last night. Passing Steel Creek Campground where we camped last night. So, made it from Ponca to Steel Creek. On to the next one. I got you. Look at that, that's crazy.
I got soaked, man.
pretty right there.
Hear that train pounding on my brain. It's coming to take me away. Lord, it's coming
Woo,
to
it's
take
beautiful.
me away. Hear that horse riding down that plain, and Lord, it's coming to take my name. Lord, it's coming to take my name. Dreaming of places, wide open spaces. I've been suffocating here too long. I can't afford ya, California. I'll get to you sometime. Way down that line. Way down that line.
Words just can't describe this place. It's just unbelievable. The bluffs, the trees, the rapids are just amazing.
Yeah, you were rocking and reeling too. Can see your face all around this place, and Lord, it's making me cry again. Lord, it's making me cry again. Dreaming of places, wide open spaces. I've been suffocating here too long. I can't afford ya, California. I'll get to you sometime. Way down that line. Way down that line. I see that train and it looks long.
At mile 6, we had another reminder that we were just along for the ride.
I took on some water. It's like flowing backwards, man. This thing is flowing this way. Yeah. I'm just gonna let these people go. You gonna let them go? I think I'm stuck, so whatever you want to do. Look at those whirlpools, man. I know.
Dreaming of places, wide open spaces. I've been suffocating here too long. I can't afford ya, California. I'll get to you sometime.
flood damage of November 2024. It's crazy.
I see that train and it looks lonely. I see that train and it looks lonely. I see that train and it looks lonely, 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 yeah, yeah. Lonely, yeah, yeah. Dreaming of places, wide open spaces. I've been suffocating here too long.
In planning for this trip, one place I knew we had to stop was just ahead.
A sharp turn. Yeah, I know. There's that ridge. Josh, that's where you can climb up to. No, keep going.
So we stopped at this bluff here. Gonna check it out right before Hemden Hollow. And it's got a really pretty view over the river, so not sure what the bluff is named, but we'll put it on the screen below. Hemden Hollow's up next. I think we're gonna stop there. Looks like the weather's might be coming in. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so hopefully it will just pass over quickly.
I'm thinking about going over there. It looks so shallow right there.
My problem with that is I don't know if I can make it across.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I'm gonna get stuck right here. It's all rocks. I'm just concerned about that big tree right there. Man, did you see me bounce off that thing?
Yeah.
Boom!
I thought you were gonna go in.
Another iconic Buffalo River location was just around the bend.
Almost made it.
We have pulled off at what it should be Hemden Hollow Falls, I think is what it is. So it's a short hike up. Take a look at the falls. It's about 2 o'clock. It's looking stormy, but who knows? So we're just gonna hold off and see what the weather does. We're not gonna try and make any rash decisions based on a forecast 3 hours ago.
To see our hike to Hemden Hollow Falls, click on the link above.
Yeah, it's worth it.
The hike to the waterfall was just over an hour, so we took a minute to have a snack before getting back on the river.
Look at that. Pickles. Oh my god, dude.
That's funny. I got him on camera.
That's freaking weird.
The Buffalo River is filled with so many ruins and historical sites, some right on the river.
Some homestead remains right on the edge of the cliff.
Just left Hemden Hollow, and that place was amazing. The wind was just blowing the water coming off the waterfall in just all kinds of directions, and it was just incredible. The sun came out towards the end, and so far for me that's been the highlight of the trip. Looks like we're gonna get close to finding some camp here soon. It's 3:30. Probably gonna look here in the next couple hours for a good place high in case it rains and the river rises. So see what we can find.
With potential severe weather moving our way, finding our night one campsite would be our main priority. But we'd have to experience the Buffalo River's most famous rapids.
Alright, we're almost to Kyle's Landing. It's looking pretty stormy. Pete's finishing up pumping his boat because the rapids we just went through were pretty serious. And now it's starting to rain, so that's fun.
Starting to rain. Hopefully we make it to Kyle's Landing by the time the bottom falls out.
Well, it's definitely raining now. Pete's back there somewhere. I got caught up on a piece of fishing line. That was fun. Freaking pouring. Okay, I think the storm's over. But Pete was probably like one shoal behind me when freaking bottom fell out and I got caught in the fishing line. Got over here where I couldn't even see, so I'm waiting for him to pop around the corner. But he's probably pumping his boat and waiting for the rain to stop, so.
Yeah.
Waiting for it to pass, and then when you didn't come up, I came up with
insane. Kayak got flooded all the way. It did not flip though, I almost did. But it took me forever to get the water out. Stuff was floating.
Cold, wet, and tired, we found our first Buffalo River campsite on River Right, just past Kyle's Landing.
Oh, you're talking about for a tent.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I have Parmesan. What's the verdict?
Delicious.
Got some gnocchi with some meatballs and spinach. Some sourdough made by Tanya. So, what you think about today?
It wasn't perfect. If it wasn't for the torrential downpour that almost closed both.
Yeah. So, I think we went through Hell's Half Mile.
Right before.
Right before. So, I get swamped. I pull over, dump out. And then the rain starts.
Yeah, like torrential downpour.
It started raining, so I just hurried up. And then we go through another set of rapids right before Kyle's Landing.
Yep.
And then I get swamped again, but it is worse. So I had to immediately pull over because my kayak, the water was up to the brim.
And then I got caught up in a piece of fishing line that was strung across a tree, like literally around me. So I had to pull that as it's starting to torrential downpour, get that all out, like all entangled, and then off to the side. So finally it stopped and the sun came out, and I paddled back as far as I could to look for Pete. Couldn't find him.
I was in the poncho, but I was wet in the poncho.
Yeah.
And so I was just bailing like crazy, and then it finally stopped. Got everything out, put it all back, and here I come around the corner.
Woo! Because right at that last minute, I was like, did he pass me? Did I not see him pass me? Because it was so, the rain was so thick, like you could not see. But we knew that it was going to be a small cell, so like I didn't know it was going to rain that much, but I knew it wouldn't last very long. And then I was freezing by the time we got here to camp and built a fire, and now I'm comfortable again.
Yeah, I got soaked.
Yeah, I was soaking wet.
Yeah, I
I could feel my fingertips.
I feel 100% better.
Yes.
So,
We're right past Kyle's Landing.
So I'll put the GPS location of our campsite on the screen so you can see it. And just gonna relax by the fire. We got a couple brewskis and some sourdough bread.
Should sleep good tonight.
And yes, tomorrow and the next day are supposed to be really. Are they supposed to be really nice?
It's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully there's less rapids that will swamp my H12
and make us soaking wet, and no rain.
So far I have not regretted taking the H12.
Yeah.
– 11 miles down on day 1 and 90 more to go.
All right, so it's now Monday morning. This is our second day on the river, third day total. We are having our breakfast here. Pete's having some polenta with sausage and hot sauce. And I had some oatmeal and peanut butter, rice cakes, and a granola bar and coffee. And today we're gonna try and get some miles under our proverbial belts so that we can put some river behind us just in case the weather turns rougher this week or we get tired or something like that. So here we go.
It's day 2 on the Buffalo, starting past Kyle's Landing. Gonna try to get in some good mileage today, hopefully at least 20 miles, probably more, just so we can pad our trip a little bit. So I guess we're ready to go.
Let's hope the weather holds out.
We'll see. Feels amazing to get back on the river. Yesterday was quite the day. Mentally and physically exhausting, just trying to pay attention and getting used to this boat and the rapids, but I think I did pretty good. Started off with a bang, but got right into that groove and it was amazing. So day 2 should be a little less chaotic based on what we've read, and hopefully we'll have a good day. The weather is perfect, and I'm gonna get this thing started.
The Buffalo National River is renowned for its majestic bluffs, and it's easy to see why.
What? There is an island? Man, gorgeous.
After an hour of paddling, we took our first break of the day.
We're at Erbie Campground now, taking a little break. We took about an hour and a half to go about 5 miles from just past Kyle's Landing to Erbie, so pretty good mileage. River's flowing pretty well. Had some pretty decent rapids, nothing major like the upper or Ponca and Steel Creek, but still a couple that made you think.
We've made it to Erbie. Took us about an hour and 15 minutes to go about 5 miles from a little past Kyle's Landing. And this is at Erbie, a Buffalo River Trail. So we're trying to get from Erbie to Pruitt in a decent amount of time. Maybe that will be our goal for our next break.
For some reason I'm leaning to the left. I wonder if it's like a stream.
It was about this time I had my first issue on day 2.
What happened?
I guess at the last second I changed my mind and went left.
Gotta.
And I was like, because I didn't want to go through that huge wave frame. And then I got stuck. I didn't make it.
Gotta commit.
So I went right down the middle.
So that was interesting. Last second I decided to go left and I was in the middle, but the current was so fast that I couldn't get over there, so I ended up going down the middle. Got stuck. So I had to walk it and turn it around. This thing's like a barge, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought when I saw you.
And so I got down and got turned around and had a lane to flow, so that was good. Just tiring, and my ego's hurt a little bit, but other than that, I'm okay. Woo! Wow. Do you dare me to go under it?
Go for it.
Dare me?
I dare you.
Do you dare me? Go! I definitely want to do a long version of the entire trip.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's 2 parts, I don't know. Probably not. Oh, they're underneath. They're in like little caves. They're in like little nests underneath the cave. See it?
Swallows.
Yeah.
They are pigeons.
I'm sure it's echoing too.
Yeah.
almost noon on Monday. We're shooting for Pruitt for lunch to get from Kyle's Landing to Pruitt by lunch, and then go from there and get some more miles behind us. I'm starting to get hungry.
A little before 1 p.m., we stopped for lunch.
Just stopped at Ozark Campground. I guess we thought this was Kyle's, but maybe there's not a campground in Kyle's. Pruitt. We thought this might be Pruitt, but apparently there's not a campsite at Pruitt. Day use area, so you see the bluffs are incredible. We're gonna keep on paddling. Looks like a good little jumping ledge right there.
Yeah.
One of these days, we'll give back the time we borrowed.
Yeah, me too.
I won't worry about tomorrow. And one of these moments will stick in my mind. And one of these afternoons, I swear, we'll get up and we'll leave this time. Never make it very far. I like you riding in my car.
Maybe right there. Maybe it's not a launch. I don't know.
Trying to stay between the lines that you read on my palm.
I dare you to go under that. Yep. No, I'm at the bridge.
I'm a man on fire, and I'm trying to stay calm. It's funny how life is what you give and what you take.
God.
It's funny how waiting around is just another big mistake. It's funny how everything's a circle, coming back again. So we laugh at ourselves when we like you riding in my car with your banjo on your knee. I like you singing my songs back to me, trying to stay between the lines that you read on my palm.
I saw what looked like an eagle, so I'm in that tree to the right, overhanging the river. There it goes. I think it's a bald eagle. Bald eagle.
Trying to stay between the lines that you read on my palm. I'm a man on fire.
3.
Man on fire, and I'm trying to stay calm.
We're about 2 miles from Hersey. I think it's a little after 2 o'clock, and the flow has really slowed down since Ozark. Much less rapids, much tamer rapids, but it's making for a little bit of a hot paddle, but you gotta keep going.
Trying to get you.
You didn't have to wait for me.
I was trying to get it. I was trying to get you in my camera shot.
We're almost to Carver. This morning we left from Kyle's Landing, so it's about 25 miles to Carver. We're hoping to keep up the pace and do at least 20 a day. So far it hadn't been that bad. We've gone about 5 miles, took a break, then took another 5 miles, took lunch, and then 5, took a break, took a nice swim right at GROA Bluff. That was nice. That was really invigorating. It makes you feel so much better. Going all the way to Rush from Ponca, which is over, it's like 101. So in order to get this trip in, we're gonna have to do some miles. So far it's been pretty good.
After 8 hours on the river and 25 miles paddled, we were keen to find camp for the night.
Promising.
Down here looks promising too.
reminiscent of last night. Yeah, this could do.
Is this it?
Oh, I think it was a
What is it?
either a raccoon or a armadillo. I mean, a possum. Good morning. It's now Tuesday morning. A little chilly last night. We woke up to a foggy riverbank. So hopefully the sun's gonna come up and burn that off, warm up a little bit. I'm wearing my silk bag, which so far has been a great addition. I think I probably would have preferred to have this and a sleeping bag. If you want to see my review of the silk bag, you can click on the link up above. Tuesday's supposed to be a good day. Get some more mileage today and try and find another camping spot as good as this one, and hopefully have a nice warm night tonight. All right, it's a little after 9 a.m. We're about to launch from our campsite from Monday night. 2 hours makes a huge difference. The fog is gone, the sun is up, it's warmed up now. We've got everything packed up. We're gonna start paddling. Yeah. The water levels are definitely lower, which we knew, but it still looks like the current's going pretty well. So hopefully we can keep our pace.
The mighty buffalo. Man, it's gorgeous. So we're about an hour into the paddle from leaving our campsite. We haven't seen hardly any place to camp, so I'm glad that we picked where we did. We're making pretty good time. The river's flowing decent. Sun's out, but the bluffs are kind of, you got some shade too if you want some shade, so that's been nice. So anyways, I guess we're gonna keep on heading on.
It's a huge log that was laid up inside that tree from the flood.
The Buffalo River famously is one of the last undammed rivers in the United States. It allows for the free-flowing nature and just sheer beauty. And I'm glad it isn't, because it's amazing. It's a lot of history here in this part of Arkansas. It's just a spectacular place.
In the 1950s, plans to dam the Buffalo River emerged as part of broader efforts to develop hydroelectric power and control flooding in the region. Proposals included constructing 2 dams along the river, which would have created reservoirs and altered its free-flowing nature. Proponents argued the dams would provide economic benefits and recreational opportunities, while opponents highlighted the devastating environmental impacts and the loss of the river's natural beauty and cultural heritage. The controversy sparked a grassroots movement, with conservation groups like the Ozark Society and local residents leading the charge to protect the river. After years of debate, Congress ultimately decided to preserve the Buffalo River, designating it a national river in 1972, and ensuring it remained undammed and free-flowing, a rare achievement in the era of widespread dam construction. Less than an hour into paddling that morning, Josh had a wild experience.
I don't know if I caught it, but that freaking bald eagle just flew freaking 10 feet from me. That was wild. So I was gonna ride right outside him. And that very first one, right when I came out, bald eagle, this far away, flew right across from me. Of course I didn't have the camera going. I tried to catch it as it was going away, but that was insane. It was so close.
That's cool.
You can hear the woof, woof, woof. That was crazy.
So we stopped at Mount Hersey. Josh is thinking we were a little close to 6 miles from our campsite. Took us a little over an hour. Gonna go for probably 6 or 7 miles down to a place called Dry Creek, and maybe stop there for lunch and see what there is there. It says it's historical on the map, so we'll see. Just another beautiful day in the Buffalo.
So we stopped at Mount Hersey Campground a few minutes ago, and it was about an hour, and that was about we traveled about 5-ish miles, so 5 miles an hour, pretty good. Right before that, I was going around some strainers on the left, just trying to use the current, and a huge, I don't know if there's anything other than huge, bald eagle was somewhere behind that tree and shot out right in front of me. I mean, a paddle's length away. That was insane. I'd never been that close to a wild bird that large. So that was cool.
Morning.
The Amazonian jungle. 2 explorers do their best not to get killed by a tree. They must thread the needle. As they say, success. Hello, guys. Woo!
Around noon, a smoldering campfire on the river caught our attention.
That's wild.
2
hike up there?
Yeah.
Jeez.
People like post, there's like a couple 360 photos up there. People post videos about it.
Okay.
Did we just stop here?
What?
Did we just stop here and put that out?
Yeah. On the left?
Yeah. It's about 12 p.m. and gonna grab some lunch. So we stopped just past the Narrows. Pretty decent looking campsite actually.
Yeah.
And there's some neat bluffs around. There's a campfire over here that someone left. So looks like they're gone. We're gonna go put that out. You can see it's a pretty good view.
After an hour lunch, we passed one of the most unique bluffs on the river.
When I get old and I get cold, when you have to hand down your crown, when I get torn and I get worn, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down. When my songs don't strike the chord, when you stop coming around, when you get smart or you get bored, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down, hand me down. I do all those things I said, but I never did. You know I would, you know I would. You know I would. You know I. You know I would. You know I.
Now, our third day on the river, we started to notice a trend.
You know what they say? The old adage, behind every bluff is a beautiful beach. All right, so now I think curve and left, that up there is Margaret White Bluff. So we're approaching mile, I think we're done with mile marker 83. So I think we've officially gone about 20 miles, which is pretty good. Slay. Slay what you wanna slay.
Here at White Bluff for a break. It's gorgeous. Somebody left another campfire that we're putting out, so that's not cool. Not sure what the deal is, but this is an amazing bluff here. I'll put the height of it down below. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind. Let me see what time it is. It's 2:30 and we've made a lot of good miles. How many miles have we done today? So I think we're at about 18 or so miles. I'll put the amount below, but it's been a good day. Gonna soon try to find some campsite. Maybe paddle a little bit longer and see what we can find.
Hand me down, hand me down. Hand me down, hand me down. I do all those things I said, but I never did. You know I would, you know I would. You know I would. You know I. You know I You know I
This one was a huge bowl. It's like somebody took an ice cream scoop. No. What?
I don't think you really looked.
I did. I swear I looked.
down,
See some shade.
down.
20 miles of paddling had us tired and hungry, so we were ready to find our next incredible campsite.
Promising.
That's promising right there for hammocks. So we are here at campsite number 3 on the river, across from Peter Cave Bluff. It's amazing. The views are spectacular. We both agree this is the best site that we've had so far. We had a long day. How many miles did we do?
I think it was 24.
So we did 24 miles according to Joshua. And so I'm pretty tired. It wasn't that bad of a paddle. It seemed to go pretty fast.
Slow water.
Even though there were lots of places where it was slow. But it felt like we got to 20 really fast. And after that we were just looking for a site. Anything to add, Joshua?
It sounds succinctly put. It's been a long day, but it's beautiful, beautiful. Got our tent set up, fire started, wine and pistachios. And it's only Tuesday.
Peter Cave Hole, where the river bends to the left below Peter Cave Bluff. Like Love Hensley Bluff, this bluff is a classic expression of geology of the Boone Formation. Here, the palisade rises to nearly 250 feet above the river with spires, fins, buttresses, and scooped out areas. Here, too, are 6 gigantic masses of rock fallen from the cliff and lying in the river. 2 of them are 35 feet through. This bluff is named for a Civil War saltpeter cave, located high up and beyond sight near the downstream end of the cliff. Troops have said to have taken earth or bat guano from Peter Cave and processed it to obtain saltpeter for making gunpowder. Around 1900, it is said timbermen installed a cable extending from the summit of Peter Cave Bluff to the river, then stapled newly hewn railroad cross ties to the cable and sent them sliding down. At the river, the ties were collected and floated to market. The cable site at the top of the bluff is known as the Tie Slide. It's pretty cool.
On tonight's menu, we have hearty, great value loaded potato soup with bacon bits. Heat and eat, baby. With a pull top tab. Stick that thing in the fire. Probably got all kinds of BPA and crap in it.
And some black truffle hot sauce. Melinda's.
It's true.
How is it?
It's delicious.
Good? Delicious?
450 calories. Is, well, I don't know if it's delicious.
Okay, well that would be Campbell's. So. How do you think this trip that we're doing down the Buffalo, Ponca to Rush, compares to doing the Appalachian Trail? Not necessarily distance and all that, but the number of people that have done it.
Oh, my guess would be that more people have done the Appalachian Trail. I think there's more notoriety to doing the Appalachian Trail.
It does seem like less people would have done this.
I believe. There's got to be some data out there.
We can't really compare 6 days to months, but
Yeah. You could probably say more people climb Mount Everest.
than this, I would probably agree with that. Per year.
Yeah.
So that means we are cooler.
Than the majority of the galaxy.
Well, we're definitely cooler than the people that do Everest, and we're definitely cooler than the people that do the Appalachian Trail.
Well, but those people are cooler than the majority of the people on Earth, and depending on what you believe,
Right.
there's no other people outside of the Earth in our galaxy. So we are cooler than the majority of the people, really, in the universe, depending on what you think.
But you know what they're going to say, though.
I don't.
Why didn't you go to Buffalo City?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go the entire way?
And my answer is we didn't want to. We have 42 more miles to go, and basically 2 days to do it
About
in,
2 days.
which will be fine. The weather should be fine tomorrow. Another beautiful day. We really lucked out on the weather too, especially with all the horrible forecasts that we had.
Wednesday, day 4 on the river. Enjoying some breakfast here. Slept pretty well. This is my best night of sleep, and I just happened to be in a tent. So it's going to be another beautiful day, and looking forward to about 7 o'clock. It's a little after 7. Try to get on the river probably by 9ish. Going to go through Baker's Ford, Gilbert, Grinder's Ferry. Should be a good day.
Yep. It's another beautiful morning sky. Sun's about to pop over the bluff.
Yep.
All right, we just launched from Peter's Cave, mile mark 88. It's a beautiful morning. Weather forecast shows an even better forecast than it did yesterday. So it should be another good day. There's Peter.
Oh yeah, that's a rock. Big rocks.
I'm just excited about the trip.
Yeah.
And so I start thinking about the video before we even leave.
It's easy to see why this river is a geologist's dream. The oldest rock visible at Tyler Bluff is estimated between 300 and 400 million years old.
There's your bridge. This or this to this, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know where this river is. Like, I legitimately didn't know where in Arkansas it was. Like, you already knew all that shit. Because I just kind of figured we wouldn't know until the forecast and all that anyway. But then now as we go through them all. Grinders Ferry.
We just stopped at Grinders Ferry, just past it. That is mile 95 to take a break. Now we're gonna head to Gilbert. This has been one of the most amazing trips for me personally. Just being out here and being so secluded and all the bluffs and the rapids and the wildlife. It's just amazing. And just want to take the time to say thanks to Josh. I couldn't do these kind of trips without him, and it has opened my world up to so many new things and to see so many beautiful places. It's just been amazing. So, not sure how long I'll be able to do these trips here, but being with him motivates me, and we have a good time, and we have seen some amazing places, and this might be towards the top. So, Josh, thanks a lot, man. Love you, buddy, and can't wait for the next adventure.
The weather today has been perfect because the air temperature has risen to where it's not cold. It's actually perfect. The sun has been behind partly cloudy skies. So like even just sitting here in almost dead still water, it's still enjoyable because it's peaceful and I'm not burning up. We're about to get to Gilbert. We're gonna visit their general store there, see what kind of damage we can do there. And that's mile marker 99. So that, I think it's about 70 miles in.
Getting close to lunchtime, we decided to stop in Gilbert and participate in a rite of passage amongst Buffalo River paddlers.
We made it to Gilbert, so we're gonna trek into town here and visit the general store. It's 11:35 and it's Wednesday. Mile marker 99, so I think we hit around 70 miles total. So we're gonna see if we can get something to eat. Maybe some souvenirs, some knickknacks and sundries.
Established in 1901, the Gilbert store is now home to Buffalo Camping and Canoeing, a registered concessionaire on the Buffalo River.
I made it to the Gilbert General Store. They had 2 hamburger patties left, 2 of us. Serendipity. And they have Coke and Dr. Pepper in glass bottles, which is awesome. And tons of souvenirs. And ice cream. So, after we eat this, I'm gonna get me an ice cream sandwich, some souvenirs, bag of chips or something for later.
Look at that Coke machine. It's from like the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a bunch of cool stuff in there too. It's
It's so
antique
cool.
stuff. Yeah. And
So
again, it's just us.
on the way here, I called and just asked, and they said, yeah, just let us know the day before and we'll go get the stuff so we can be here when you get here, but we didn't do that.
We didn't know until yesterday afternoon what time we'd get here.
Yeah. So we just showed up and the lady was so nice. And
And we got whatever toppings they had left: pickles, onions, Swiss cheese. No idea how much this costs, but
oh my gosh, it's hot.
it's gonna be worth it. What is it?
That's delicious.
Oh, the bun too. Yeah. I'm glad this worked out.
It's one of the best burgers I've had in a long time, just because we've just paddled all those miles.
It was good too. Like,
Oh, it was delicious. Dr. Pepper was delicious. Man, glad we stopped.
After an amazing burger, we were back on the river. At mile 101, we had another bald eagle sighting. In 1982, a record flood devastated the Buffalo River, and water was seen above these bridge pillars.
we've been on this river for over 70 miles. You know what we haven't seen? A single buffalo.
At this point in the day, we were over 20 miles paddled and looking for another gravel bar campsite.
We stopped at mile marker 108, crossing this unnamed bluff. Not sure what it's called, but I think we're gonna make this our home for the night. And that will give us about 20 so miles tomorrow and stop short just of Rush so we can get to Rush before noon. Take our time, not have to rush. Haha, get it? So that's a pretty good one. Yeah, so we're gonna set up our stuff, unpack, and got a nice view of the river.
On tonight's menu, we have a pairing of beef stroganoff with noodles in a savory cream sauce with mushrooms and onions, and a lovely Cabernet Sauvignon.
On tonight's menu, we have a Trailtopia beef stew, adventure food. Cook in the bag, eat from the bag. And then we also have a Ozark Trail flask with some Woodford Reserve whiskey. It's another beautiful night. The bluff, it's a no-name bluff. Not sure why. The book that I have said it was because there was so much vegetation on the rock, so it could be Vegetation Bluff.
Yeah, Veggie Bluff.
It's been an amazing trip so far, and one of my favorite. This place is just simply amazing. Around every bend is something new and just something beautiful. So
Yeah, highly recommended.
and those are the words of Joshua Grunberg. I recommended the Buffalo River.
What?
Day 5 on the river, and I slept amazing last night. How'd you sleep?
Me too. I was able to, I think I finally got my warmth down.
Something was going on over there last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought something was messing with our stuff. So it sounded like something was walking on the gravel. And so I get up and looked at my stuff and everything was fine. So then I walked out there and something was doing something low. I couldn't figure out what it was.
Probably those, like, whatever the beaver or whatever that was we saw yesterday type.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't have that problem because I wear earplugs.
We're about 22 miles from Rush. That's where we're gonna end up. We're gonna try to do 15 to 20, maybe start looking around 15 for a campsite. So far, this section of the river's been flatter and not as filled with rapids. Yesterday wasn't that bad though. It went by pretty fast.
Yeah, it was cloudy too most of the day. That helps. When it's not,
Yes.
when it's not just sun glaring down, yeah, it helps.
The weather has been great this week, but everything still gets wet because of the dew in the morning and the fog and our body temperature inside the tent, so we have to dry everything out. It'll take a little longer than we want, but it's part of the process. So this is the water line this morning, and I put that marker there to give you a sense of how much it's gone down. This is probably the least amount that it's gone down since we've been on the river, just because we're farther away from the rain that happened earlier this week, and the middle and the lower have more feeder streams than the upper. So looking for another great day of paddling. It looks like I got brown on top and white in the bottom. Yeah,
Maybe a hawk?
that's a hawk. Looks like a fish, huh?
Yeah, I think it's half a fish.
If I could give you any meal right now, what would it be?
You know what would be really good is a tender fillet, like a medium rare fillet.
Okay.
With fresh marshmallows, mashed potatoes, and some undercooked steamed broccoli or asparagus.
Okay.
And a beer, cold beer.
I'm going with Italian sandwich from a nice deli, not a chain. Some chips and a glass bottle of Coke like we had yesterday.
any meal, you choose a deli sandwich.
I just love deli sandwiches like that.
Yeah.
That cloud looks like somebody's foot sticking out from underneath a blanket. At the bottom of their foot, like you're looking at the bottom of their foot.
Eager to take our first break of the day, we chose the spectacular Spring Creek and its massive bluff.
Stopped at between mile 114 and 115. It's about 11:20, and so we left camp around 9:30, and gone about almost a little 7.5 miles. Stopped here at Spring Creek Bluff. It's gorgeous.
Turn off. 3, 2, 1. GoPro stop recording.
People in the valley, they don't understand what makes and takes the breaks and forsakes a man. People in the valley, they don't understand.
Looks like a submarine up there.
Up there? Left? Yeah, it does. That's crazy. The bluffs here are just amazing. This is a no-name bluff near Spring Creek.
Miss mountain sky, tell me why do I have to try so hard to get by? I've been eking out, seeking out, just scraping as I go. Tell me, how did I hit this all-time low? She's been so worried. Come on down from that wretched land and please hurry. Come on down, wash your face, wash your hands of that place. Why must a man break his soul on the rocks of the rivers of the mountains? Oh, but I can't, not just yet. Can't change a man when his mind is set. And early in the morning when I rise, my love, she flies, she flies. Miss mountain sky, tell me why do I have to try so hard to get by? I've been eking out, seeking out, just scraping as I go. Tell me, how did I hit this all-time low? No matter what they say, Miss Mountain Sky, I'm here to stay. You know that I'll never grow old with you in the snow. The town will take me nailing too. Miss Mountain Sky is my only truth. Even though that wind does blow, I don't wanna be in that town below. This mountain sky, she gives me wings, and when I rise, I hear her sing. Miss mountain sky, tell me why do I have to try so hard to get by? I've been eking out, seeking out, just scraping as I go. Tell me, how did I hit this all-time low? How did I hit this all-time low? How did I hit this all-time low?
Hello. Stopped at Buffalo Point for a break. We looked for the boat launch, could not find it, and we're almost completely past. So we found this lovely entrance. So we're gonna try and trek through this to get up there.
Stopped here at Buffalo Point to eat some lunch and use the bathroom. I needed to charge a couple GoPro batteries. My Power Station 5000 ran out of juice a day ago, so I need to charge another external battery here at the pavilion. So we made it to our final. So we made it to our final camp. Made it campsite. So we made it to our finally. So we made it to our final campsite on the actual river. We're at Unnamed Bluff. It's gorgeous. It was kind of cloudy. The clouds had kind of covered over and cooled it out a little bit, but the sun has come back out and we've got our tent set up and going to relax. We've got about 4 or 5 miles tomorrow to get to Rush, and then we're going to explore Rush tomorrow afternoon, spend the night, and then head on home. So it's bittersweet, our last night on the river, but I'm excited to get in my own bed. I've really enjoyed this camping on the river. It's been so cool. On tonight's menu, we have a rice and chicken, freeze dried, and we have a Cabernet Sauvignon.
On tonight's menu, we have spaghetti with a meat sauce and a Pinot Grigio.
What has surprised you the most about the Buffalo River?
It's beautiful the entire way, even with the damage from the floods, which it's noticeable the entire time. More so, I think, in the middle parts and the lower parts, but even with that, it's still gorgeous the whole time.
What part of your body has hurt the most or given you the most trouble? I think it's a tie between my back and my hands. Trying to put up the tent or hammock or doing fine things has been hard because there's been a lot of paddling. I mean, we've had a good flow, but yeah, my hands hurt. What's been your favorite moment?
I think the bald eagles. For some reason, I didn't even expect that.
Yeah. Oh, we've seen so many.
Yeah.
I think for me, I try not to take for granted coming around every bend and there being an amazing bluff.
Yeah.
Because it's almost every single one. There's a bluff and a rapid, and it's just beautiful.
The waterfall. The hemmed in
hollow.
That was breathtaking.
Yeah. Hemmed in hollow was really cool.
Yeah.
Just the way that the wind moved that water. Man.
And how high it was. Crazy.
It'll be fun to look back at the rapids up in the upper.
Yeah, because I've not forgotten it, but there's so much that happened.
It was so cool. That bluff that we stopped at overlooking the river. Dang, that was amazing.
Hemmed in holler.
Another beautiful morning on the river, but last night was by far my worst of the trip.
It's the best night's sleep I've had so far.
The worst I had.
Why?
Because it rained all night. That's it. You gotta have earplugs.
I know. I was just worried. I was worried I was gonna freaking leave.
Exactly.
Once you don't know that it's raining anymore.
Dude, I couldn't even get to sleep before it started.
Yeah, once I read for about 25 minutes maybe, and then I stuck those earplugs in.
All right, so it's our last day on the river. Torrential downpour last night several times, thunderstorms. Probably got 3 hours of sleep. Josh said he slept like a baby. He's trying to get the fire started. Got some coffee going and some breakfast, and I think we're gonna probably get on the river probably by 10. It's probably 7 o'clock now. Paddle the 4 or 5 miles to Rush. The truck will be there when we get there, and we'll be able to unpack and then set up camp again at Rush Campground and go see the mining town and the mines and historical buildings. So that will be cool. So yeah, we're gonna slowly get packed up and get back on the river. So the water has definitely risen overnight. My rock marker is nowhere to be found, but it's somewhere out there, at least 2-3 feet out. Josh put this one stick here about 30 minutes ago. It's already risen. So all that rain last night has had an effect. It's definitely a lighter kayak.
Yeah.
Well, the kayak is not lighter, but everything in it is.
You're just growing stronger.
We're heading out Friday morning. It's our last day. We got one more night of camping on Rush, and we got about 5 miles to paddle, so it should be an easy hour paddle to get there. It's bittersweet because it's been a great trip. It's been beautiful, but you do start to get a little homesick and miss your family and the finer things of home. So that'll be nice. So we'll be heading home tomorrow.
Less than a mile from our campsite was Ludlow Bluff, considered the highest bluff on the river. According to the Buffalo River Handbook, it can also lay claim to the highest in the Ozarks and highest in the entire Midwest.
Look behind you. The sun coming out. Just past Ludlow Bluff. It's one of the largest bluffs in the Midwest. And it's just incredible. Just saw a bald eagle land next to a crow's nest and get shooed away by 2 crows, and then 2 bald eagles just flew right there. So this place is just incredible. Can't put into words how crazy this place is.
Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man walking, I'm a dead man.
We did it.
We made it! Woo! For everyone that's here, we made it.
Just made it to Rush. Wow. over 100 miles on the Buffalo. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna go try to find the truck now. We had a short paddle this morning, so that was nice. Just relaxed and took in the scenery.
To see us explore the ghost town of Rush, Arkansas, click on the link above.
Pour me another drink, bartender, and light my cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking. 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 I'm a dead man. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. No one seemed to notice as I stared. I went down to that river to wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water to wash my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man.
Tricky rapids, majestic bluffs, remote campsites, and unforgettable memories. This river is truly one of a kind.
The mighty buffalo gets you some.